Joining us now is OjyOkpe, with stories trending around the world. Hello, Janik.
Good morning, Dr. Abati. How are you this morning?
Good morning.
Fantastic. Good morning, Ayo.
Good morning, Oji.
How are you this morning? Good morning, Rufai. How are you this morning? Sorry, there was a bit of a confusion, but you know we had fun last night, correct?
Yes,
with
with
the chairman's birthday, which is obviously the biggest story so far. But all right, let's begin what's trending. All right. Congratulating the chairman and editor-in-chief of ThisDay-Arise Media Group, Prince Nduka Obaigbena, who turned 65 on Sunday. The publisher, as he is fondly called, ventured into publishing in the mid-80s with ThisWeek magazine before establishing This Day newspaper in 1995. He's a recipient of the National Honor of the Commander of the Order of the Niger, and has also earned the highest journalistic honor of the Fellowship of the Nigerian Guild of Editors, while President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, in his message to Obaigbena, said he prayed for greater achievements for the renowned publisher whose philanthropic efforts, especially in education, have demonstrated his passion for human development and described him as an enterprising spirit.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. I just never understood how a man who died for good could not have a David Wood. Aside for his recognition, because it should never be just because some cannot see. The dream is clear as he, that they should make it become an illusion. And we all know everything that each different time will bring, or in peace our heart will sing. Thanks to Martin Luther King. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to the Duke. Really, that's what we call him here. Happy birthday. I was there yesterday. This morning I heard you. You said you were jollofing and pepper souping. How did I miss you? Because I was there as well. I saw Ayo. I saw
Okay, you came late. You came late.
No, I was working. I was working. But I mean,
I was the first to reach there.
no, you're always there early.
Wow.
Rufai is
First
dancing.
ate private lunch. I ate 3 times yesterday.
Yes, but-
First ate private lunch with Shiama as I
Yeah,
got there.
yes.
First lunch, then there was other, there was salad, then there was that chicken Dr. Abati
I
talked
know,
about.
there's one guy in the land.
Water.
Anywhere to eat free food.
Anywhere to eat free food.
I ate private lunch with
Yes,
Shiama. We
absolutely.
serve ourselves on the table.
All right.
We ate with jollof
But Ayo
chicken.
was there
I
with
was there, I
Myro
saw you.
Essay,
Yeah.
and there were a lot of dignitaries as well.
my
Even
goodness.
after you left, they were still coming in.
Yeah.
I saw, you know,
Your
governors.
governor came.
Yes, your
He
governor
left.
came as well.
Which is my main
Yes, and I want to come to that main
A lot
point.
of governors have left before those
well,
ones
But your own came after you left.
My
yes.
own.
Yes,
Dapo
Dapo, My main point, really, Dr. Abati, is to celebrate the genius that is Prince Nduka Obaigbena. I know that you have worked with him. I've worked with him for maybe, I don't even know, let me think, 15 years, 20 years, or even more. Starting with Arise News in New York, as well as, you know, our fashion shows that we've been doing, the Arise Fashion Week. And he is an absolute mentor. And President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was right in his description of Prince Nduka Obaigbena as being, you know, one of the people that champion human capital development. Well, congratulations to the Duke. Happy 65th birthday. We hope that you stay around for another 2 decades and even more.
Yes.
I'd love for
Well,
you.
you're wishing him many
happy returns.
Basically.
Yes.
What I was talking about earlier, part of what I said before, you know, we go to this segment, it's about living a life of impact, influence,
Absolutely.
relevance. And that's what, you know, Nduka Obaigbena symbolizes. There are so many people in this society, they just drift through life.
Yes.
You know, you can have a class of about 65 people, all of you will graduate. Maybe at the end of the day, 1 or 2 will make an impact. Look at the event yesterday. Yes,
Yes.
it was organized by This Day alumni. I'm sure that Prince Nduka Obaigbena himself did not know. Tony Onyema, Badru, all of them, people who have worked, you know, in the media establishment over the years.
Yes.
They decided to make something happen, and everybody came there.
Yeah.
There was no notification,
amazing.
public announcement. Bank MDs,
Yes.
they were there. Former governors were there. Serving governors were there. Hungry people from Arise News who wanted to eat free food, they were there. I mean, I'm joking, but everybody was there. And that's what happens. You know, the power of the media and the strength of the brand, the Arise brand, you know, attracted everyone. You know, if that party had continued for the whole week, people will still go there to be there. So the lesson, the main inspiration there is that we all have a lesson to learn from it. You know, do what you have chosen to do so well that at any time, you know, the world will honor you. And I think that Prince Nduka Obaigbena is deserving of the celebration, is deserving of the honor, and we want to thank him for giving us an opportunity to enjoy yesterday's evening very much. I enjoyed myself.
Yes.
I took a chicken, very well prepared. You were not there.
No, you told us this one.
You told us
It wasn't one. It was two you had.
It's two you have.
It was two you had.
Yes, I enjoyed myself. And the This Day Live crew, we took fine cognac.
But trust,
take it down
Prince Nduka Obaigbena.
Come and see Professor Aworawo enjoying himself. Come and see Professor Killer enjoying
But
himself.
I was looking through pictures. Even Matthew was there. He was sending me pictures. I hope we had those pictures. Everyone was there. All the anchors.
Matthew was the-
I was hoping we had those pictures.
Designated photographer.
Designated
Taking
photographer.
pictures, yeah.
Femi Akinsoya was
Yes.
there. Aaron
Hawa Mukan
Akerejola was
was
there.
there,
Hawa
yeah.
Mukan was there. I mean, this is just to show, gratitude to the man we call the publisher. Well, happy birthday to the Duke of Owa Kingdom, Prince Nduka Obaigbena. All right, we'll take another story. Africa's richest man, Aliko Dangote, during a media parley at the Dangote Petroleum Refinery in Ibeju-Lekki on Sunday, revealed that the Nigerian National Petroleum Company no longer owns 20% stake in the Dangote Petroleum Refinery, stating that the national oil company now owns only 7.2% of the refinery over failure to pay the balance of its share, which was due in June. Dangote addressed several other issues, including how crude availability is dependent on the Nigerian government. Dangote also reiterated his commitment to help grow Nigeria's economy, adding that his passion for an industrialized Nigeria is the sole reason he doesn't have houses outside Nigeria.
I said that, look, if I have houses all over in America and co, I will not be able to concentrate and be able to build something for my people. So the best thing to do is okay. I go and check into a hotel. When I finish, I give them my credit card and walk away. I don't want to leave and then somebody will call me that there's a bus pipe or whatever. No. Once I leave, I'm here. I'm home. And I'm very comfortable. I have only home here and Kano and, Abuja. That's all. Even Abuja, I haven't built my house yet. I'm in a rented house.
I was at the Dangote refinery with all of the media executives from Nigeria. I think it was quite instructive that he was able to invite us all to that refinery to show us what he has done. And I must say, it was mind-blowing. When I was there, I told him, Mr. Dangote, people call this factory the eighth wonder of the world, but I call it the planet Dangote. Because it was mind-blowing. It was beautiful. All of the segments, everything that he has accomplished in that refinery must be emulated by African leaders. There was a question thrown at him about, whether he has fears that people are moving away from fossil fuels to more renewable energy. And he talked about the fact that, countries are not building refineries now. It's true, but in Africa, we cannot say that, people are moving away from, fossil fuels, because even just that fossil fuels produces about 6,000 other elements that can be used. So we cannot be afraid of, refineries and not building refineries in Nigeria, because that's what we need. That's really what we need in Africa as a whole. Kudos to Aliko Dangote for the great effort. Then I asked him a question because he, obviously gave us a briefing before he did his Q&A. He talked about the fact that, he's heavily invested in Nigeria. And that's one of the reasons he doesn't have houses abroad. I thought that was quite instructive, and I asked him, why is it that you don't have houses abroad? He said it's because he feels no need to have houses abroad. He feels it's better to invest here. He doesn't even have, his house in Abuja is rented. He has a rented house. That's a philanthropist. That's a great mind. And also the fact that, he is building our youth. When I went through the factory, I saw all the young people there. I think the oldest person I asked, his age was about 27. Young people doing petrochemical engineering. They were all there showing us, giving us a tour. Congratulations to Alhaji Aliko Dangote. Dr. Abati.
Well, we just discussed an icon.
Yes.
Prince Nduka Obaigbena. Alhaji Aliko Dangote is another icon. And the point you have made, Oji, is about his nationalism, his faith in Nigeria, his commitment to Nigeria. The fact that, he has his entire life created opportunities for other people. If you imagine the knock-on effect of what Dangote industry has done, in terms of the many lives that have been touched, not just the people who work there, but also the families, the communities that they are associated with. I think it is therefore not surprising that he was given, the GCON, the second highest national honor in Nigeria. The Dangote Refinery, there are issues raised yesterday. One, about his relationship with the NNPC. NNPC has said clearly that 20% investment, has ended. They have stopped it. Now we still need to know the details in that regard. Was it an issue over benchmark price? Was it an issue about supply? These are details that will still come to the public. But from the pictures that I've seen, I noticed that those of you who were there at the event, you had a direct view, of the massive investment that is there. But the expectation of Nigerians is that this 650,000 barrels per day, PMS factory and petrochemical, investment, will make a difference in terms of the availability of fuel, since we're told that supply side, issue is the major problem in the downstream sector. But clearly, yes, I'm sure that you had a great opportunity to observe what we've been talking about,
yes,
here on television. Yes. So we wish the Dangote Refinery very well, and we congratulate again Alhaji Aliko Dangote on his achievement, his nationalism, his patriotism, very important. And the fact that he doesn't have houses everywhere.
Yeah, well, quite instructive.
I don't know. It's his choice. Some people like to have houses almost everywhere.
Yeah, he says there's no need to paying taxes to people and having all of that stuff when you can invest in Nigeria. Rufai, I know you have something to say, but I also took out something from that visit about the fact that he talked about crude availability being dependent on the Nigerian government. He's talked about the sabotage with the IOCs. We have a refinery like that. And you're allowing him import crude when he has a machinery that can actually refine any type of African crude.
And that's why I was asking Engineer Komolafe the question I asked today. And he said, we've put willing buyer, willing seller, we've put places in place. The what is it called? The initial crude obligation to the local market. We should remind the IOCs that it's for energy security within. Before it was codified in the PIA, it was a convention. And I think the threshold was set at about over 400,000 barrels of crude oil per day, was for energy security. So at least let's even make it there, because at some point we're saying, if we provide refinery, our problems will be. Dangote has done it now. And I thank Alhaji Aliko Dangote for following his dream, for going for the path less traveled. You know why he built this refinery? Let's not forget the story. Yeah. Was because the same government refinery he bought to be able to make better was taken away. After most of this privatization was reversed, till today, all the refineries government took away from, they've not fixed it. Look at after 2 billion, the Port Harcourt refinery, I said, was mechanically completed in December, has not brought out any food. And I asked the NNPC, what's happening with Port Harcourt refinery? Where is that going to give us petrol? The man that is doing it, that has put his life on the line. And some people were arguing with me when I said, he's put his life on the line. I said, yes, he's put his life on the line. I know what I'm saying. I don't just talk. I don't talk stupidly.
You know, he also
Dangote is worth about $20 billion or $19 billion. The refinery is worth about his worth.
Yeah.
So he put his own personal worth on the line just to be able to make this. It's a project of a lifetime. With all the discouragement, he's done it now. The least Nigeria can do for him is to make crude available for the man.
That's it. That you just hit.
Is to make crude available for the man. But what do we hear? NNPC. Mago. At first they said they were going to buy 20% equity. Now they've scaled it up to 7-point-something%.
Can you imagine?
If Dangote didn't say it, will NNPC come out and tell us that they've scaled it down?
The audited report in 2022 actually accounts for that 20%.
You see life?
There are a lot of questions that need to be asked because you keep talking about Nigerians who are blazing the trail against all odds. He's granted a number of interviews around that. The same Nigerian system should not sabotage Nigerians who are trying as much as possible to make this nation better. Because imagine the amount of forex we're saving, the jobs you talk about. Let us actually highlight that. When you talk about human capacity development, you're looking at the job losses that could occur if that thing does not succeed properly. Absolutely. So we need to really speak up and ensure that NNPC Nigeria does right by Alhaji Aliko Dangote. He's contributed immensely to the development of this nation.
But NNPC, do they have the crude oil?
Well,
that's the question.
That's another question, but they should. They should. Well, would like to all congratulate Alhaji Aliko Dangote. Amazing feat at the Dangote Refinery. We'll head over to the United States now, where President Joe Biden over the weekend condemned the assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump's life, saying there is no place in America for that kind of violence or any violence ever. Trump was holding a campaign rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, a crucial state in the upcoming November 5th election, when shots were fired, hitting his right ear and leaving his face bloodied. Biden stated that he has spoken to Trump after the incident when he delivered a televised address from the Oval Office on Sunday.
No, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
Good afternoon. Last night, I spoke with Donald Trump. I'm sincerely grateful that he's doing well and recovering, and we had a short but good conversation. Jill and I are keeping him and his family in our prayers. We also extend our deepest condolences to the family of the victim who was killed. He was a father. He was protecting his family from the bullets that were being fired, and he lost his life. God love him. We're also praying for the full recovery of those who were injured, and we're grateful to the Secret Service agents and other law enforcement agencies and individuals who risked their lives literally for our nation. As I said last night, there is no place in America for this kind of violence or any violence for that matter.
Ayo, I know we've discussed this really quickly.
Wow, you know, just seeing that video, it would never get old. And the fact that he had the Secret Service with him, they've come under a lot of, criticism as to why they were not able to secure and get intelligence. The guy was about 400 yards away, and just imagine that he couldn't see that. But it's also important to mention that President Joe Biden has come out to criticize and to condemn any political violence and saying that everyone had the right to choose who they wanted to support or what party. I think it's very important to say that he had a very important address from the Oval Office just to show the seriousness of the situation.
Absolutely. Biden showed leadership. Yes. I thought that was quite instructive that he said that he has called Donald Trump to also send his wishes. Absolutely. Well, all right. Shall we take our final story then? Under entertainment. Chima Udoye has been crowned the winner of the 2024 Nigerian Idol. Chima was crowned champion at the finale of the reality music show Night Edition on Sunday night. He defeated his close rivals, Chioma and Lami. Let's take a look.
That you have named as the winner of Nigerian Idol it's Chima!
All right, we'd also like to congratulate our morning show producer, OjyOkpe, who is Chima's uncle. Congratulations, Ozzy knows that there are implications. Yeah. I mean, finale, fantastic feat. Congratulations to Chima. But I'd like to thank you all for your great analysis, as always, on What's Trending. Well, that's all I have for you guys on What's Trending today. I'll see you all tomorrow.